Greetings everyone, and welcome back to the channel. To correlate with Monday's video, I wanted to tell you about the time that my music got stolen. Yes, an artist stole my music once. So I suppose the tale dates back to about 2019 when this band first started posting their music on Bandcamp and YouTube, and around that time frame I started getting copyright claims for one of my songs, the song in question here being Befalling Silence from my first album, Back to the Mud. I had uploaded that album in its full capacity and individually to this channel and my theme playlist many times, and I started getting these copyright claims, and I'm sitting there like, okay, what the hell is going on here, right? I mean, it's my own original song, like how is someone going to claim any copyright here, you know? So this band, which is from Lansing, Michigan, and I'm not going to say the band because I don't want to embarrass them any further, they basically took Befalling Silence, overlaid a sample on it, cut the song short by about a minute, and used it as the intro to their EP. Now, this band is not by any means connected to the dark ambient scene. They are, in fact, like sort of a death doom sludge band. If you're familiar with that, I guess you know. If not, whatever, I'm not going to go into it right now, but, you know, not dark ambient related, more metal related. And, I guess they copyrighted their music once it was online, which I guess some bands do these days. So then I started getting copyright claims because they had stolen my song and, you know, copyrighted them. And so I'm sitting here and I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Like, how is this happening to me? You know, like, so I started filing various copyright claims, you know, against it, basically saying this was my song and all that kind of stuff. And, YouTube wasn't doing anything. I wasn't getting any messages back, and I was very pissed off. Very, very pissed off. Because it's like, you'll get copyright claims on YouTube for the most benign things, and then here I am, you know, very, very aware that a band had stolen my music and nothing was happening. So eventually I reached out to the band directly, and I'm gonna be honest, I was very pissed off, because this had been going on for probably about a year now, trying to resolve this, and then, actually, funny enough, it was on, June 7th, 2020 when I contacted the band, and then it took like 3 or 4 weeks for them to finally get back to me, and then they explained their actions. And I thought this was very peculiar, and it sort of ties into that royalty-free music thing. They claimed that they found Befalling Silence on one of these sort of free sound or free music websites out there. You know, I don't know which one it was, and they said they dug through all their notes and everything. They couldn't figure out what it was, which maybe that's true, but that may have also just been a cover-up for their actions. I don't really know. But I was pissed off, to say the least. Like, I didn't even know how to approach it, because it's like, my music's not like copyrighted or anything. I mean, honestly, after you upload your music to like Spotify and all these other platforms, I'm not even sure if I have like a legal claim to my music anymore. And I mean, if anyone out there has any insight on that, I would love to know. But I don't know. I feel like one of these distributors, like you've seen this Orchard Entertainment in some of these videos and stuff like that, like this distributor might legitimately have a claim to my music. I don't really know. But either way, I know I created, and that's just as simple as that. You know, I created all the music, and then my, now wife, Kara, she did the vocals for it. And, you know, I remember creating that song quite well. It was one of the first songs I made for Back to the Mud, and it was, like, after I got done creating that song, I was like, yeah, man, I think I'm onto something here, you know? So I was very proud of that song. It's probably still, you know, one of my most, you know, songs I'm happy with, and curiously enough, it's by far my most popular song. Like, as far as plays are concerned on like Spotify, it has like over 20,000 plays, which is mind-blowing considering. But yeah, so for at least a year then, this band was collecting royalties on my song. And you better believe that my videos were getting some views, and you know, none of my videos on this channel have ever gotten a great deal of views, but nevertheless, this band probably scored a few bucks off of me because they were claiming a copyright on this song. And, well, anyway, after contacting them, like I said, they claimed it was from some free shareware site or what have you. And of course, they couldn't provide me with any details. And then I just basically maybe aggressively would be a way to put it, told them, like, you need to get it off your Bandcamp, I need to get it off of YouTube. And they did. Within a few weeks, it was gone. and I think it was even on Spotify too, and also they took it all off of there, so they did their part. But then this, I mean, kind of, again, going back to the video I posted on Monday, and then, just kind of suddenly realizing that this song is actually still on YouTube. I want to talk about this. So yeah, I guess, the moral of the story here is that, if you did find out that someone has your music on YouTube, and I think there's a lot of possibilities of this happening now. Obviously, when we upload our music to YouTube or anything like that, or even just put it up in Bandcamp, anyone could conceivably download that and, I guess, bootleg it. Would that be the word to put? I don't know. I remember after Back to the Mud came out, it was no more than like a week later, someone made me aware that the site, or the songs and the album were available on like one of those Russian bootleg MP3 sites. I don't know if those things even exist nowadays, but they sure did back in 2015. I was pissed about that too. But on the other hand, I was like, well, I'm new, and whatever. Maybe it'll help spread the word a little bit. Maybe it did. I don't really know. But nevertheless, it's frustrating that if you put music out, it may appear in forms that, you don't want to appear in. And I'm guilty of it too. I mean, obviously anyone who's followed this channel for a long time knows that I used to upload people's music to the site, or this channel, and oftentimes without their permission. I did it strictly for the sake of promoting dark ambient music, and I never monetized those. I never made any money off those videos. I did it to promote dark ambient and help these artists out. And I would say 98% of the time, artists were like, thank you, dude, thank you so much for doing this. And I felt like I was doing a good thing. But then eventually some artists came forward and they're like, dude, you put my music on YouTube and I didn't give you permission. That's not cool, dude. And then I started to realize, like, well, what I'm doing here is maybe not always going to be a good thing. So I've sort of experienced this, this royalty-free music, or this music appearing in places I don't want it to appear in, a couple different situations now. And that's, of course, one of the reasons why I do not put any full-length albums on this YouTube channel unless someone just specifically gives me permission to do so, which no one has done in a long time, and that's honestly just fine as far as I'm concerned. I will just stick to putting my music on here going forward. So I think the takeaway from all of this is that if you publish your music on the internet, keep tabs on it, I guess. Maybe every once in a while, Google your band name or your artist name, Google the album, and search on YouTube and see if it's out there, because you never know. People are oftentimes shameless thieves these days. Well, I mean, it's nothing new. People have always done this, but I think it's really worse when they take it to a step where, like, they're actually copyrighting this stuff that they're, taken from the internet. Like, obviously, with this situation here with this band that stole my music. And, like I said, I just became aware that there still is a video out there of this intro, or this EP's out there with that intro still intact. And it's nothing the band posted. It is one of these sort of, like, channels that's themed around, like, doom and death metal and sludge, I don't know. But they upload people's music, so sort of the way I did with uploading people's dark ambient music. So I'm going to contact them and make sure it gets taken down. But other than that, just be careful out there. You never know what's going to happen, and don't trust people, basically. People fucking suck. That's really the moral of the story. You cannot trust anyone these days. People are so quick to try to score a buck off of someone else or whatever, and I mean, I don't know. I don't really think the band that originally took my music had malicious intent. I honestly, part of me believes that maybe they did find it on some free share website, but then again, a part of me is also sitting there thinking, like, well, when I first put the album online, I put it up for free, so anyone could have downloaded that and put it wherever they wanted, and so it's kind of my own fault too, So, I don't know. Anyway, what are your thoughts on this? Has anyone ever in the past stolen your music or done something malicious with it? I'm curious to know, so let me know in the comments. And anyway, thanks for listening to my rant. This is sort of something I had intended to do back in 2020 after all this shook down, but I was just like, after the dust settled, I was just kind of like, well, it is what it is. I'll live and let live and all that. I'm not going to embarrass this. And again, I'm still not going to say the band's name. I will, however, end this this video by posting the email conversations I had with with the artist, and you can analyze it and take your own from it. So yeah, see you next time.